So in terms of setup, as you said, you didn't quite feel natural. There was, I think, a lot of thought in your head, certainly in terms of like, keep your head down, keep this straight, put your hands forward.
Yeah.
And it just didn't feel comfortable. And just by having an extreme, having the hand going forward too much here, put your head on a bit of a tilt. Well, now we're trying to rotate around our spine, where your spine now is already tilted and your hands are forward. This knee now is going to then come in as something you said you were doing almost deliberately to try to get the club up higher because of the way you're going to go back. So you're adding lots of variations. As we said at the start, the first wedge, okay, a bit dodgy, a bit nervous, whatever it may be, then you're a good one. Then 2 or 3 good ones, then an 8-iron, duff the next one, then okay, then the 5-iron, duff the first 2. It took you 2 or 3 shots then to kind of figure out where the ball was. On a golf course, we haven't got that luxury, have we? We've got one shot, it's got to be.
Exactly,
and I think the game of golf is a game of miss hits. How good is your miss hit? Okay, you probably have about 1 or 2 perfect shots around a golf. The rest are just good miss hits. If your miss hit's a 10-yard top, golf's tough. If your miss hit's like 10 yards left or 10 yards right or 10 yards short, then we can play.
You can thin it, but it can carry 200 yards.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you get somewhere within the kind of ballpark area, okay? So, as you go back in now, okay, we can see quite a lot of dip with that knee early. Your head now changing sort of position, your head's dropping down, your forehead sort of disappearing there, your nose is kind of getting covered. So, there's a lot of movement now, you're losing your height. From there now, you've got to make a compensation quite dramatically that involves coming back up and away, and your head therefore going in this direction, which is why your mates or other guys have seen your head having to come up and going, oh, lift your head down, put your head down. Your head's got to come up. If your head didn't come up, you hit the ground here somewhere. Bloody hurt on a mat. So the head had to kind of rise to give you some space, but how much you rose up per club, per shot, different length of clubs, it was a variation of either hitting a good shot, a top shot, or a fat shot. Flip a coin and you might get lucky, as you said. So what we want to try and do is feel a little bit more neutral. Yes, the hands are forward, but more around here, so the left chest, left cheek, kind of on your shoulder there, okay? Much more neutral position there, okay? The club then goes back now.
So this is
the first one. This is your second swing, okay? So you move the hands back a bit more now towards the neutral spot, okay? As you go back here now, your head now is staying a little bit more neutrally. It will drop a little bit towards the latter part of the backswing because that's still a bit of a habit. It's not going to suddenly go ding and just change. Of course. But hopefully you can get the idea whilst you're going through these 3 lessons there, and obviously you go on, getting a feeling of how the arms and the hands and body are going to work. For me, the only focus now in your backswing is what your right elbow is going to do. Allow your right elbow to soften and set the club. Whether your hand is here,
so
doesn't really.
Should it be at, say, so I'm back here? Should it be at 90 degrees?
Yeah, I mean, roughly speaking, I wouldn't start getting the protractors again. Yeah, exactly. So even that, you don't want to be doing that with the ball there. Your arms are just going to basically fall down here, okay? So as you get to the top of the backswing, okay, and you turn it there now, okay, a nice softening of your right arm. The left arm now is maintaining a fairly extended position, which is great, okay?
Okay, so I don't see, the thing is, I don't even know I'm doing that.
Exactly, that's fine. A lot of time, the thing is, when the club's there, can you see your club or see your arms? You can't. It's got to be feel. But if you're thinking about lots of different things, your brain just can't, what's going on there? It's got to be feel-based. Sometimes seeing your swing obviously helps. I'll send this through to you as well as a video you can see when you get home. But it's nice to see what you're doing and then maybe try and put the feel to, okay, that feels like that, so that goes to putting the two together, okay? When you play golf, you can't see the club, but most of the swing, it's got to be based on feel, okay?
Of course,
But from here now, the one swing thought, now the arms have got to start coming down. So when you get into the hitting area, your hands need to be nice and low. If the hands start pulling too quick and they all start bending,
so it should be down here,
not necessarily hands forward, but from here, just down there. Back to where they started, okay? So as you get to the top of the backswing here, relax. There's a distinct drop here. What so many golfers do, they get here, they just go and try and pull quick, try and put the hands in front, which have been red.
Follow through the ball.
And if your hands go forward, you create a lot of an angle here. Well, that means the club's going to get higher unless you then drop down. If your head's going back this way, how are you ever going to make contact with the golf ball? Very, very limited at all, okay? And as you go through, for the rest of your golfing life, I will pray to you, please, never try to keep your head down. You will just either hurt yourself, even on there now, you can see how narrow your arms are getting on the way through. They look quite tucked up there, just because your head's staying, this right shoulder's so far back here, because your head's staying down, you can't twist out your own way.
Really, I should be more like that.
Well, yeah, as you swing, keep hold the club, if you keep hold the club there, okay, as you're at the golf ball, just turn that hip, that's where you should be there. And then it just fins over your shoulder, If you're trying to keep your head down, this right shoulder's going to stay, but you just can't move anywhere. I'd always relate things to people do. You play tennis. Think about your tennis shot when you swing through, extend and release, and just let your arm kind of go through. You never keep your head down playing tennis, the way you'd really... The ball would have gone past you on the return, wouldn't it? Okay.
I suppose it's like form, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Just getting one day you get that kind of.
Sometimes, and I think what happens, good sportsmen like yourself, football, tennis, they get away with errors a bit more because they got good hand-eye coordination. But you want to play golf, just trying to get away with
That's
it.
what my mate says to me, but it's not enjoyable then.
You're shooting 95, 120. Yeah, exactly.
You can't go around scoring the game.
No.
Think, I'm going to try and break 90 today.
No, you're struggling.
Already in my head, I think I'm ducking 6 in a row.
Exactly. And that's why I say, if you practice as you did and start from 0, you will get better. And whatever level you get to, you'll just peak at that spot, and then you'll find it really hard to get better. And the longer you leave it, the harder change is going to be to take place, because obviously the more ingrained those faults or compensations are. So
do they say you learn better on the course?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Generally, most sessions I would do sort of 1 or 2 on here to sort of see the person swing, and then just get out there and see what the person does out there. That's where you're measured. There's no point being the best range player in the world. I'm awesome on the range, but then come Saturday morning.
Well, that's what happened, because I thought, I was getting my hands in front of the ball, but very in front of the ball. Which on AstroTurf probably...
It works. It's a method that sometimes
whereas
does,
I should be in front of the ball, it's just that.
It's exactly, yeah. It's very small, minor... Doesn't need to be a huge amount, okay? For me, it's going to be... The way I look at most lessons when it's people first starting... Setup, we'll discuss the hands being forward there, and if she's getting a nice position there, okay? Backswing and then a bit of downswing. Then the next move we will look at my second session with the arms going through and trying to get a little bit more of this width rather than this tucking up. And then once you've kind of got that, let's get on the golf course for the third lesson potentially and go and play a couple holes and just see how you perform on the golf course. There's no point being good on the range and golf ball, then you can't hit the ball for toffee out there. So.
No, of course, yeah.
Make sense?